What's up, y'all? Long hair. Oh my God, I'm just so bright. Wait, boss. Percy Mack is teaching me this. That's my real color. I don't like the hair. This is a new little look for Dr.Stance here. Okay, fix my hair. I was gonna be cute. Yeah. Okay. So long hair, don't care. I've been trying to be Claire Huxtable lately. Anyway, today was recording day. Woo! I'm on like my 30th episode. That's a lot in 2 months. That's a whole lot. I got so much footage, tons of surprises, a lot of guests, a lot of good people. So excited. Um, I think I want to talk about something that I think a lot of people may struggle with. Sometimes I call it lacking faith. But in real life reality, it's just doubting yourself. And I hate to say it, but it could be, a sense of seeing it in a different perspective of, struggling with lacking some faith. I mean, this is just how I look at it. I think that I'm going to keep it simple. Most people are not failing in life because they tried and they lost. Um, they're failing because they never even tried at all. I think that so many people fear failure that they stay stagnant and don't even try at all. But I am here to tell you bumping your head is probably the best thing that can ever happen to you. It's literally the best thing that can ever happen to you because, see, what it builds is strength. It gives you more knowledge on certain things, and it just gives you a understanding of self, meaning you will believe in yourself more than anybody when you bump your head because guess what? You're the only one that picked you up. So I wanted to just kind of talk about real brief tonight because I'm extremely exhausted. I'm probably on like 4 hours of sleep. Been recording all day with my new guests. Surprises, surprises. But I thought about this topic because I feel like, a lot of the guests that I were interviewing, I always tell them, come lay on Dr. Stance's couch. But a lot of them were saying how, being in the industry or, coming up with a lot of trauma or, even, coming up feeling alone. I think a lot of that kind of came from doubting themselves. But I will say a lot of my success stories came from doubting themselves in the beginning, bumping their head, and then making it out. So I just kind of wanted to briefly, talk about, the people that never tried, but you kind of sit around and complain about everything. Like, can we try before we start complaining? At least give it your all, maybe even give it a little bit. I mean, geez. Like, and I feel like this people are failing because they never tried at all, right? But it's not because they weren't talented, it's not because they don't have the potential, or even because they doubted themselves before life ever tested them. I think failure, it hurts, right? When you fail, it hurts. It hurts. But doubting, it just paralyzes you. Doubting is just something totally different. And I think that um, sometimes failure, failing things or being a failure can teach you. I think, but doubt, it kind of convinces you um, you're not even worth the lesson. So when you kind of doubt yourself, you kind of embed these thoughts in your head that you're not even worth the lesson of knowing if you would have failed or succeeded. So you have to bump your head to try. You got to try. You have to try. Um, but failure does teach you. It really, really does. And it helps build character and it helps build your strength. I failed at a lot of things in life. Um, I think one of my biggest failures in life was wait, maybe I didn't fail too many times in life. Because when I think about it, with failure, it could come with regret, and I don't really regret anything. The only thing I think I failed with life, which was definitely unintentional and inadvertently, was being a parent that spent more time with my child, because I felt like society had me so wrapped up in being a um, provider, a single provider, that it took me away from my time, my child, giving her quality time. So I do feel like I failed in the aspect of that. My voice is kind of leaving, and I feel like literally my water. I feel like my voice is leaving because I've never talked so much in my life being a podcaster. Anyway, but no, I feel like, I never doubted myself though. I never doubted myself, but I definitely failed. And I think that failing built my character and gave me strength today. Sometimes I do reflect on, me pretty much, trying to be the best parent that I can be to my standards, at least. I want to give my child a, better life than what I had. But what I do know that, being that failure can teach you, but doubt convinces you that, you know, you're not even worth the lesson. I think that at some point you do have to try. And I know that, it's just something worth talking about today. So, because I think it's really because doubting yourself is more dangerous than failing. It really is. It's way more dangerous because it keeps you stagnant. At least failing, you tried. You tried with failing because you gave it your, you gave it a point where you were like, you know what, let me try this. Whether I fail or succeed, I'm still going to try. But with doubting, you don't even put yourself in a situation to try. So technically, you already failed, if you ask me. That's just my own personal opinion and my perspective on it. But I think because doubting is just more dangerous than failing, I think that it's scary. It's scary. It's extremely scary, you know? And that's even in anything, especially for entrepreneurs, for business minded people, parenting, as I mentioned before, education. There's a long list of things when it comes to doubting, your dreams. I think everyone has a dream. A lot of people say they don't have a dream. My dream was to be a celebrity growing up. I will be straight honest. And I'm not going to even fake it till I make it. In my mind, I kind of always knew in my mind I would be somebody. I didn't know how, what, when. Growing up, I always wanted to be a celebrity designer, a fashion designer, and an interior decorating designer. And I wanted to do it for the stars. I remember when I was obsessed with Beyonce. That definitely will never take place again in life. But shout out to B. Yeah, that was back then. I really was like, I would love to do, design her baby shower room or her baby's room, or, I was just so into it. But I knew that I had to be different. I knew that I had to be authentic, and I knew that, you know, those are the words of Coco Chanel. One must be different. But no, I literally knew that I just wanted to live in my own truth. I wanted to be comfortable in my own skin. And I knew me doing that, it would end up being in a place that will, one, change people's lives, support people, and, just put a smile on people's face. And so I think that when you doubt yourself, you know, that's worse than failing, because at least with failing, you tried. So I just wanted to come on here quick. I ain't finna hold y'all up today. Y'all know I try to go live every day. It's definitely Super Bowl weekend. It's lit in the Bay Area. Y'all know we got Super Bowl out here in the Bay. So everybody and their mama out here, and it is 12 o'clock a.m. and I'm definitely at home. I didn't finish recording until about 5:30 today. I got to get up early, make up hair, same routine, and record tomorrow about I think I got 5 guests tomorrow. Super excited who's going to be there. I will not say who, but I'm excited. I got some dope guests. So, and I had some dope guests today. They was lit. Um, I'll say shout out to Sean Black. That is my new manager. I love him dearly. Um, He's related to the y'all gonna kill me, EBKJ Boo. I think I got it right. Stockton bound, that's his family. So he comes from the life, comes from the streets, but he was a good boy, gay young man, 30 years old, super dope. I think so far that was one of my favorite interviews. Just him telling his story, about doubting himself, okay, about failing, um, and just being a gay man in prison and the life of being a sex worker. That was deep. It was real. It was raw. It was uncut. Wasn't as much vulgar because I'm not trying to go that route, but I wanted. It was more educational. It was an educational series that I wanted to speak about, and it's questions I always wanted to know about gay men that are in jail. How does it work? And just even gay men in general. How does that work and what does that look like? But I'm talking too much. But yeah, those were pretty much my guests today. But I said all that to say that I wasn't gonna really hold you guys today because I gotta get up early. So sleepy. Matter of fact, look. Oh my god, wait. Okay. I'm like, wait. This is why a lot of times, guys, I don't really wear the lashes. I only get it done probably once a month. Oh, make sure ain't one of mine on there. Is that one of my lashes? No. Excuse me. But my throat's starting to hurt 'cause I'm talking too much. Yeah, I had to take them lashes off. Y'all. They just be real big. But anyway, I don't even know how I look on here, but this is like the natural me. Very little makeup. I don't have on makeup. It's more just the face. It's just a lot. But anyway, I'm gonna end this with or close this with saying I would prefer you to fail than to doubt yourself because at least you tried. And if you fail, don't have any regrets. At least you tried. Because a lot of people don't try and they stay in the same place for decades. I know a gang of bras who talk about a gang of stuff years ago or, all the way back then, they still ain't done it because they doubt themselves. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Give it a try. If you fail, you fail. It's cool. Get back up. Do it again. That's what builds your strength. That's what builds your character within. You don't need nobody to applaud. You don't need nobody to clap for you. None of that. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to come on here and say that. And I feel like, just so you know, failure will build you and doubt will destroy you. So always remember that. And redefine your failure. Try not to, make it so negative, because it just show your mind is proof that you're incapable or you just not the chosen one or whatnot. Don't think like that. Doubting yourself is just one of the most dangerous things ever. It really, really is. And to me, I feel like you just lack a little faith. So go back to church. Go talk to God. But I'll say this. Failure might bruise your ego. It might, you know, literally just keep you stagnant. But doubt, it just will completely erase your future. Period. It will erase your future. So fail forward. Okay? Fail loudly and fail honestly. Because I think you don't just fail to believe you're worthy of trying. Okay? Because doubting yourself though is way more it's just way more dangerous than failing. Could ever be. Could ever be. So never doubt yourself. In the moment you choose to like believe, you know, even the shaken beliefs, you kind of just start becoming who you always wanted to be. So shake that doubt, shake that doubt, shake it. But, if you want to, tap in with Dr. Stance, because I will be starting something new. I'm going to be having a hostess with the mostest. It'll be me, and then I'm going to have a guest, and we'll sit here in our cute Versace rose. Boom, boom, boom. And just kind of like, coerce and go back and forth, I think, on topics that should be discussed. I think that, like I said, my last topic with Sean, who's a gay man who was in jail, and the real stories. He said he was paid to be gay. I said, oh, wait a minute. I didn't know you could be paid to be gay. Some people be like, they wake up gay or they was born gay. He said that's an absolute lie coming from the gay man himself. So listen, I want to get all kinds of different people on here: gay men, straight men, heterosexual, homosexual, women, lesbians. I just want everything, just different perspectives from different people to come on this platform. We're gonna babble before bedtime, like I'm doing. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and hopefully y'all tap in with me. But I just wanted to say that I appreciate y'all. And tomorrow I record, I'm gonna have some dope guests. I'm just gonna put a hint when they say yeah, big little bitch, she got that good yeah. Hi, you dig? Nah, but God bless y'all. Hope all is well, and happy Super Bowl weekend. Let go.